Afternoon, everybody. I'm fixing to show you my grapevine that I don't think anybody has touched in the last 10 or 15 years since my brother-in-law actually lived here. Sorry for the lighting. Let me turn around this way. You can, well, if I move to the side, that post right behind my ear, that's where it starts. So we're going to start working on this thing today and see how far along we get. Be back with you shortly whenever I'm tired out, which won't take too long because my back's going to start killing me from swinging this machete because we're starting off with the big guns. Well, let's see if we can't get these old feathered friends of mine to do a little work and spread this old hay out. I know that video probably looked rough right there since I was holding the phone in my hand the wrong way. But I've been thinking about cutting this old tree stump down, but it don't look like I'm going to have to. These birds have literally dug better than a hog all around the roots. A couple more weeks and I believe they'll have that thing dug slap up. Why are you standing there looking at me, girl? I didn't do nothing. I just gave you some peanuts. I'm sorry if you wanted corn, but you're going to eat them peanuts first. Well, let's walk on over here and see what I was working on yesterday. It started getting dark on me. While I was giving the old grapevine a haircut. I still got a lot more hair to trim up on her. That's what I got left on it. And this is all that I pulled off of it. Let me get to work on seeing if I can't get this piled up and somehow or another gotten rid of. I'll be back with you in a few. And here's what I trimmed off so far. Ready for the burn. I tell you what, that was a whole lot of work. I had to give up on the machete and go to the clippers. My hands are sore today from all that clipping I did yesterday, and I've already showed you, I still got a bunch more to clip to get that thing in shape. But at least this year, there'll be enough new growth, I'll have some grapes. There's a whole lot of work involved in getting a piece of property ready to actually produce enough just for one person, let alone a family. Even if this property was productive before, it has been let go. But that's part of it, guys. It's hard work. And hard work pays off in the end. You put the time in, you put the effort in. It might be slow at first, but just keep on plugging at it. It'll pay off. And if what you do isn't quite right, try something new next year. Farming is a lifelong process of learning. You never stop learning. Things change, weather changes, you got to adapt. You can't do it the same way, the same practices every time. You got to learn how to change. And that's what farming is, guys. It's learning your whole life. And learning is one thing that's important, because what you learn, the education you have, no one can take it away. Remember that. Well, Been trying out this new stirrup hoe that I got a couple weeks back. I'm pretty sure it's a great weed transplanter. I'm not sure about a weed eliminator. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Alright, you can see right here, I went down these rows, I think it was Monday. Went down them, then I went down them again today. I went down this row today. Sorry about that bobble in the camera. Well, I'll just quit trying to adjust it. I have it using the phone. But as you can see, I decided to pile the weeds up this time, and after it rains again tomorrow, I'll come back through with my rake and rake them all up into bigger piles and then get them out with a pitchfork. I would say that this stirrup hoe is handy, but not what it's cracked up to be. I'm going to wind up having to come back through here with a hoe anyway. So later on this week, whenever the rain is past and I bring out all of the manure from whenever I had the chicks brooding in the house, I'll spread that and then I'll use the hoe. You can see I've got a little bit of yellowing on the leaves. Cold has finally set in. No response at all from those big channels. None. And what it boils down to is while we wait to get monetized, YouTube keeps putting ads up on our videos. They're making money off of us, and that's what it boils down to, is YouTube's dollar. I don't agree with sub for sub, which is what they accused Rob of doing, and Rob did not do that. I saw the video in question. And, you know, you've seen my video about it, and that wasn't the case. But YouTube will let the larger channels get by with stuff that they will terminate our channels for, and it's all because those larger channels have such a following that they don't want to miss that almighty dollar. They don't care about us small creators. They don't care about us, and especially us homesteaders. We scare them because we don't click on an ad and buy like the average American consumer. We spend our money wisely, and it's usually not on a spur of the moment purchase. We think things through first. We have a reason for buying what we buy. We scare them because we don't need help from people. And if we do, we're choosy about the people we accept help from and what we accept. You know, and all we want to do here on YouTube is to have a community of like-minded people and to exchange ideas and practices and learn from each other and grow. You know, and if we make a few bucks along the way, that's great, because I don't expect this to be my retirement. No way. It's never going to happen. But that's the problem with YouTube. They cater to the big guys. Wrangler Star with his over 1 million subscribers, yeah, he could get away with whatever he wanted to, but he's Mr. Goody Two Shoes anyway, so he's not gonna do anything that's gonna offend YouTube. But people like PewDiePie and all these junk channels that are nothing but just pure trash, no value whatsoever, but hey, that's on them. That's their artistic creativity. That's their endeavor. More power to them. Have at it. If somebody wants to watch that, fine with me. Watch what you want to. If you don't like what's on, turn the channel. You know, that's always been my saying. If you don't like what you have, find something else. It's nobody's fault but your own. Don't get on to us because somebody shows you how to butterfly a chicken that's been butchered. I mean, they let it go on the cooking shows. What's the difference between cutting a chicken up to cook and cutting a chicken up to put in the freezer to cook later? There's no difference. It's still a chicken being cut up. You know, we have just got, man, it's January and there's already mosquitoes out. But we have just gotten to the point in our country where it is such a terrible thing that somebody be offended. You know, when I was growing up, if you were offended, you didn't worry about it. You just turned around and walked away. And you didn't bother up with that person anymore. It's just like if my channel offends someone, unsub me. Go somewhere else. You're not going to offend me doing that. You know, and that's exactly what I do. If I watch a channel and I don't agree with the content and I don't agree with what they say, I go somewhere else. It's not a problem. I don't get offended. You know, and this country is coming to the point where everyone gets so offended so easily. We've got to be careful in everything we say because we might hurt someone's feelings. Sorry, Snowflake. Life is not a bowl of cherries. Get over yourself. But YouTube catering to all the big guys, promoting their videos left and right whenever they won't promote ours because we're smaller and not well known and don't have the following. We work our tails off to get to the monetization point, and Rob had just gotten there on his channel, and then YouTube snatched it. You know, and more than likely Rob's going to try again because he's not a quitter. He'll start another channel, but then he's got to start all over, and in the meantime YouTube's going to be putting ads up on every video he posts, making money off of him, and he's not going to get a dime of it. And that's his creative work, making money for someone else. So what are we really doing to ourselves if we don't band together and stand up and say, hey, YouTube, look at us. We're important too, not just the big guys. But we're so scattered out. We're not going to group together and do anything. And YouTube's not going to listen anyway because they still want the people they give the plaques to. They're the ones to bring in the ad money. So we have to sell t-shirts. We have to give stuff away to entice people to subscribe to our channel. We have to do all sorts of gimmicks and tricks and contests just to have the viewers to get to the point of monetization and to keep those viewers happy. You know, and it's a shame. You don't see those huge guys giving out anything. All they do is just put a video up and people click on it because of their name. Whereas people see us, and unless it's a subject they're interested in, they just scroll right on by, even if we're posted on the watch list. Hey, you might like this. And I know I'm not on that very often at all because I'm a small channel, and I understand that. I know I've got to put my time in, do my work, and eventually I'll get there. But it's a shame it has to come to that. And it's a shame what they did to Rob. YouTube is just as bad as Walmart. Evil empire. But here I am posting videos on YouTube. And next thing you know, I'll have my channel terminated. And you know what? I'll start all over again. I've got my videos saved. Just repost them. New account. Start over. Go from there. Anyway, guys, enough of a rant. Tomorrow is Sunday. God bless you all. And God loves you. And enjoy the rest of your weekend. This is Morgan with Agape Farms. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, share with a friend. Thank you. And I'm being mean, I'm making you eat it out the grass. Only because today you're having to eat with the pig, because I wanted to clean on this side of the pond. What do you think, Pam? Polly, you tearing it up. Billy, you ain't so shabby yourself. But now watch out for old Patty First Name Sausage. She's pretty good at finding this stuff, and she's quick. Whoa, look at that belly on you there, Billy. I think maybe you took. I hope so. You make some pretty little babies. Yeah. Paula looking a little thick too. Maybe you took. I hope both of you did. Y'all have some pretty babies, because your last baby was pretty. Yes, she was. And if both of y'all took, it was a good trade to have y'all bred. We'll see how that Kiko works out mixing in with that Nubian. But I promise you, this spring or summer, I'm going to get you guys a boyfriend, and he's going to be a Nubian. Just like y'all. Just a touch of Kiko in you. Give you some disease resistance. And the rest of it, Nubian. That way y'all make me a lot of milk so I can have some cheese to sell. Alright, girls. Let me through. Good night.